Yayınımıza hoş geldiniz. Bizi kabul
Mr. President, you are welcome on Ulusal TV station.
Bashar Assad, the president of Syria, which is in her third year of crisis, spoke to a Turkish television for the first time since the beginning of the crisis. Assad answered the questions of Ulusal Kanal chief executive Adnan Türkkan and Aydınlık newspaper columnist Fikret Akfırat, and evaluated Turkish government's Syria policy, which has ranged 118 degrees. Syrian President Assad accused President Tayyip Erdogan of lying.
If Erdogan claims that he put forward proposals to solve the problems in Syria, then what's the relationship between those proposals and supporting the armed groups? Today, Erdogan is recruiting armed groups with Qatari financing, providing them with weapons, medical equipment, and other logistical support on Turkish territory, and then sending them into Syria. Erdogan lies and uses those proposals as a mask. We accept advice from any party, but we do not, under any circumstances, accept intervention in internal Syrian affairs.
Bashar Assad said Erdogan's mentality is that of the Muslim Brotherhood.
Maybe Erdogan saw in the events taking place in the Arab world an opportunity for him to prolong his political life. This man's mentality is that of the Muslim Brotherhood. In the beginning, he tried to interfere in internal Syrian affairs. Even before the crisis, Erdogan was more interested in the Muslim Brotherhood than he was in Syrian-Turkish relations, and even more than his interest in Turkey itself. The current Turkish government is knee-deep in Syrian blood.
President of Syria told about Erdogan-Israeli cooperation that is in a backstage of Mavi Marmara apology.
There is a clear and obvious question in such a situation. The same person, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, was Prime Minister when the Marmara massacre took place 3 years ago. He is still Prime Minister today. Why didn't he apologize during these past years? What has changed? Erdogan is the same, Netanyahu is the same. What has changed is the situation in Syria. This confirms very clearly and precisely that there is a Turkish-Israeli agreement over the situation in Syria. This also confirms that Erdogan is now in alliance with Israel in order to aggravate the situation in Syria.
Bashar Assad addressed the Turkish public.
Governments come and go. They do not stay forever. That's why we shouldn't allow governments and officials, especially foolish and inexperienced officials, to undermine this relationship, which should be built by us and not by any foreign power. This is my message to the Turkish people, and once again, I'm happy to receive you today.